Brailler is an essential tool for blind and visually impaired children to use. For those children who can't write using a pen and pencil and paper, it's their main means of communicating what they want to say so that somebody else can read it. So let's show you how we're going to load a Brailler. On the side of your Braille paper there should be punched holes, and this allows your pupil to feel which way round the paper is going to go into the Brailler. Those punched holes should be on the left hand side, and that helps them position the paper in the Brailler. The first thing your pupil needs to do is, with both hands on either side of the Brailler, turn the paper feeder knobs away from them until they stop, before they actually start putting the piece of paper in. Next, you make sure that the embossing head is tight against the left hand edge of the Brailler. If you don't do that, then sometimes the paper won't load properly, or it can get chewed up along the edges. Pull the paper release levers towards you. For younger children, you can say you need to open the gates. It's just using language that helps them to understand the process of what they're doing. Slide the paper horizontally over the paper support bar and strip a plate. Make sure the paper is tight against the left-hand side of the Brailler. Once you've done that, push the paper release levers away from you, or if it's a young child, you're closing the gates. Then, using both hands, roll the paper feed knobs towards you until the paper stops. Press the line spacer once to set the paper. Now you're ready to start brailling, we can position your fingers on the keys. We're going to use the middle 3 fingers of each hand. 3 fingers on the left hand side and 3 on the right hand side. Between the 2 sets of keys there's a space bar. You can use your thumb every time you want to make a space. Across the front of the Brailler, above the keys, is the carriage lever. You can move that back to the beginning to start a new line. On the left hand side is a button that you can press in order to move the paper through the Brailler to give you a new line. On the opposite side you'll find the button that allows you to move back a space. Now that your hands are in the right place, we can start brailing. When you've got down to the bottom and your page is full, we need to know how to take the paper out of the Brailler. Turn the feed knobs away from you with both hands until they no longer turn, and this should bring your paper nearly all the way out of the Brailler. It's important that you use the rollers to take the paper out and don't just pull it out, otherwise you damage the roller.
I've been using a Brailler for 12 years now. It's one of my main ways of communicating and writing stuff down. I started learning it when I was at nursery, before I started coming to the school, before I came to my primary school, so having that bit of advantage, learning it early, helped. It wasn't that bad really, just practiced it, and then I got it, I suppose. I find that Braille's very useful because it helps me get through my schooling, and it means I can get through my exams. I just find it's a very useful skill to know and to learn.